Hello friends, we can discuss 20 important multiple choice questions. ESIC, nursing officer, previous important questions. All are very important, useful for all type of nursing government examinations includes PSC, ESIC and AIMS. Let us start. First question. Wearing seat belts, safety helmets and other safety equipments are examples for options: secondary health promotion behavior, primary health promotion behavior, tertiary health promotion behavior, holistic healthcare model. Correct answer in this option is primary health promotion behavior. Wearing seat belts, safety helmets, that is a preventive measures. We are preventing the injury. So before any disease or accident, we are preventing the further problems. So that is the primary health promotion behavior. Other examples are immunizations or regular exercise we are doing to avoid diseases. Then secondary health promotion behaviors includes yearly diagnosis and treatment. Secondary health promotion behavior includes yearly diagnosis and treatment. Examples are breast self-examinations or pap smear test. We are detecting yearly cancer and treating earlier so that we can easily cure the illness. Then tertiary health promotion behavior includes cardiac or stroke rehabilitation. That is rehabilitative measures we are taking care. That is tertiary health promotion behavior. So we can move to the second question. Nurses use the nursing process as a method of options: meeting the legal requirements and standards in nursing, meeting public expectations of nurses, planning, organizing and delivering patient care, communicating with the patients and families. Correct answer is planning, organizing and delivering patient care. Nurses use the nursing process as a method of planning, organizing and delivering patient care. So that is the correct answer. We can move to the third question. The traditional source-oriented narrative type of charting is characterized by all of the following forms except options: doctor's progress sheet, database form, history and physical examination form, laboratory sheet. Correct answer is laboratory sheet. So laboratory sheet is not a traditional source oriented narrative type of charting. Other doctor's progress sheet and database form, nurse's chart, all are the traditional narrative type of charting method. So in this option, laboratory sheet is except. Next question. A clinical sign that a patient is close death would be options: nausea that occurs after meals, pain that is well controlled with small doses of morphine, increasing blood pressure, pulse, respiration, periods of apnea and irregular respirations. Correct answer is periods of apnea and irregular respirations. So periods of apnea and irregular respirations is a clinical sign that a patient close death would be. So that should be noted. Next question. When dangling the patient at the bedside, monitor for options: visual field disturbance and dizziness, orthostatic hypotension and dizziness, malignant hypertension and dizziness, fever from exertion. Correct answer is orthostatic hypotension and dizziness. When dangling the patient at the bedside, monitor for orthostatic hypotension and dizziness. Dangling means first movement of patient is allowed after general anesthesia or surgery. Dangling means first movement of patient is allowed after general anesthesia or surgery. So at the bedside, you should be taken care of. Patient may have orthostatic hypotension. Immediately get out of bed from the lie down position. So there will be dizziness also. So you should be take care of that. So we can move to the next question. The patient who has an appointment for pap smear should have been instructed. Options: that the procedure takes about 45 minutes, not to douche or use vaginal medication before test, to bring sanitary pad because mild bleeding may occur, that she will know the test result before leaving the office. Correct answer is not to douche or use vaginal medication before test. Here it is given meditation, sorry. Not to douche or use vaginal medication before test. So pap smear test is to detect cervical cancer. So usually collecting cells from the cervical area to detect cervical cancer. The full form of pap smear, that is a Papa-Nicolau test. Papa-Nicolau test. So not to douche or use vaginal medication before test. That you should be noted. Next question. The elderly individual is at greater risk for dehydration than the middle-aged adult because options: the elderly drinks little fluid, the elderly have more muscle mass, their bodies are almost 80% water, compensatory mechanisms work less efficiently. Correct answer is compensatory mechanisms work less efficiently. The elderly individual is at greater risk for dehydration than the middle-aged adult because compensatory mechanisms work less efficiently. That is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following is the most abundant type of blood cells? Options: erythrocytes, thrombocyte, lymphocyte, monocyte. Correct answer is erythrocyte. Erythrocyte is the most abundant type of blood cells. Other name of erythrocytes are RBC, red blood cells. 40 to 45% of blood volume includes erythrocytes. So other name of erythrocytes is RBC. 40 to 45% of blood volume includes erythrocytes. Next question. The brain region which is responsible for coordination of voluntary muscular movement, posture and balance. Options: medulla oblongata, cerebral cortex, cerebellum, spinal cord. Correct answer is cerebellum. Cerebellum is the brain region which is responsible for coordination of voluntary muscular movement, posture and balance. Next question. Compression of facial nerve in the temporal bone will lead to options: Bell's palsy, multiple sclerosis, meningocele, Guillain-Barré syndrome. Correct answer is Bell's palsy. Compression of facial nerve in the temporal bone will lead to Bell's palsy. There will be weakness in the one side of the face in Bell's palsy. So compression of facial nerve in the temporal bone will lead to Bell's palsy. Next question. The size of which part of the eye contributes to the controlling the amount of light entering the eye? Options: macula lutea, optic disc, pupil, lens. Correct answer is pupil. Pupil. The size of which part of the eye contributes to the controlling the amount of light entering the eye, that is pupils. Next question. Accumulation of endolymph causing distension and increased pressure within the membranous labyrinth with the obstruction of sensory cells in the ampulla and cochlea is options: osteosclerosis, Meniere's disease, otitis media, hordeolum. Correct answer is Meniere's disease. Meniere's disease is the condition of accumulation of endolymph causing distension and increased pressure within the membranous labyrinth with destruction of sensory cells in the ampulla and cochlea. That is Meniere's disease. Next question. Beds on the unit have rapidly filled and the patient with the bacterial pneumonia is about to have a roommate. The roommate is post-surgical patient without an infection. The nurse would options notify the admitting office that the new patient cannot be housed with a patient under droplet pneumonia. Make sure that curtains are functional and completely closed. Not to worry because of air filtration system. Prepare the unit for arrival of new patient. Correct answer is notify the admitting office that the new patient cannot be housed with a patient under droplet pneumonia. So, post-surgical patient you have to be separated with the pneumonia patient. So, you have to contact admitting office. Don't share a common room with the infected patient. So, you have to inform that. Next question. The bacteria that retain the strain in Graham's method of staining is a options gram-negative bacteria, broad-spectrum bacteria, gram-positive bacteria, spores of bacteria. Correct answer is gram-positive bacteria. The bacteria that retain the stain in Graham's method of staining is a gram-positive bacteria. Next question. In the liver, bacteria that found their way into portal circulation is destroyed by options cilia, hydrochloric acid, Kupffer cells, leukocytosis. Correct answer is Kupffer cells. Kupffer cells destroy the bacteria, liver bacteria that found their way into portal circulation. Next question. In rheumatoid arthritis, during acute phase, the values which are significant are ESR and C-reactive protein elevation, LFT elevation, RFT elevation, CBC elevation. Correct answer is ESR and C-reactive protein elevation. In rheumatoid arthritis, there will be elevation of C-reactive protein and erythrocyte sedimentation rate, ESR. So that should be noted. In rheumatoid arthritis, in acute phase, ESR and C-reactive protein will be elevated. Next question. The main sign and symptom noticed in patient with achalasia is options butterfly rash, joints pain, dysphagia, hypertension. Correct answer is dysphagia. So the main sign and symptom noticed in patient with achalasia is dysphagia. So, achalasia is a condition affecting food pipe or esophagus. The nerves in the esophagus are destroyed. The nerves in the esophagus are destroyed. So there will be difficulty in swallowing. When the food entering the food pipe, there will be very difficult to pass food to the stomach through the food pipe. So that is the condition achalasia. The main signs and symptom noticed in patient with achalasia is dysphagia. Next question. The inflammatory or exudative phase of wound healing will last for options 5 to 20 days, 1 to 4 days, 21 days to a month, 1 year. Correct answer is 5 to 20 days. The inflammatory or exudative phase last for 5 to 20 days. Wound healing, there will be 4 stages. In wound healing, there will be 4 stages. First stage is bleeding stage, then inflammatory stage, then proliferative stage, and remodeling stage. What are the stages of wound healing? Bleeding stage, inflammatory stage, then proliferative stage, and remodeling stage. There are 4 types of wound healing stages. Inflammatory stage lasts for 5 to 20 days. Next question, the classical substances that increase the sensitivity of pain receptors by enhancing the pain-provoking effect of bradykinin is option nociceptor, endorphins, prostaglandins, encephalin. Correct answer is prostaglandins. The classical substances that increases the sensitivity of pain receptors by enhancing the pain-provoking effect of bradykinin is prostaglandins. Next question, the following are the important pre-operative nursing care for a patient with benign prostatic hypertrophy or BPH, except options: promoting urinary drainage, acid-ash diet to treat infection, assure nutrition and correct fluid and electrolyte balance, hormonal therapy. Correct answer is hormonal therapy. So other 3 options, you can treat with a patient with the BPH. BPH is a condition of non-cancerous tumor in prostate gland commonly affecting in male patients. So the patient with the BPH, we can provide urinary drainage, promote urinary drainage and acid-ash diet to treat infection and assure nutrition. So hormonal therapy is not needed. So that's all 20 questions we discussed. So thank you for watching. We are uploading videos for ESIC and AIMS coming examinations. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Please share this video to your friends. Thank you.